Alright, I'm back. I'm Dave, and by the way, with another normal mode dungeon walkthrough of the Temple of the Jade Serpent. In the background you can hear Orgrimmar's music and some chitter-chatter from the run. Nothing incredibly important, but have this running at 230% so we can get through this quicker. Not a horrible dungeon. Once you walk in, you're doing your regular trash clearing. That water that's on the ground, you want to stay out of that. They dump it and it stays around for quite some time. It does hurt you, so you just want to, tank wants to remember to get out of there. DPS, just watch out for it. Standard stuff. I'm taking the role of the healer in this run. The first boss we come up to is Wise Mari. As you can see, there's water channels all around him. You want to stay out of that, even though there is, see those ripples of blackness? You're going to want to stay out of the water completely. Any water you step in will do injury to you. Now this first part, he is completely immune to everything. He'll summon a couple of piles of mobs. You just want to kill those real quick until he gets rid of his bubble. Now this is going to be one of the more annoying fights for any type of casting DPS. Healers included. Wasn't too bad with this because I can cast a lot of my heals on the run. Once all of the mobs are, the mob packs are killed. As you can see, we're staying on the floor. Just stay out of the water. Occasionally he does like a big rush of water. But after you kill all of the mob packs, now his bubble pops and the tank can jump up on there. That blue wave I just got hit by, he does that the entire fight. It is extremely annoying. You can't interrupt it. You can't dodge it. So this is where when I came in with my mage, it was not fun at all. See, I just fell in the water right there, did a little bit of damage. You basically are just running around in circles while he's spraying everything. You can't avoid it. Even if you go down, there's a little down path right there. Even if you go down there, you will get hit by it. So, run around in circles and kill him. Not an extremely hard fight. We'll move on. The water becomes safe after that. Right there, you see I get a little disconnect. Don't exactly know what happened, but disconnected. So we'll get back in there. And we're going to head on to the next boss here. Simple trash pulls on your way to, I believe it's Lore Walker's Stone Step. The Shah of Doubt's minions gleefully invaded the Temple of the Jade Serpent's library, creating twisted, destructive versions of heroes and other characters of Pandarian lore. Despite his best efforts, Lore Walker Stone Step has been able to restore these manifestations of the past to their uncorrupted forms. A little description from Wowhead there. Basically, you're making your way down into the middle of this giant library. What's going to happen is he's going to tell a little story. He's going to walk away. It's really weird. Two manifestations pop up. Strife and Peril are the two I've seen. I don't know if they do any different ones, but basically, Strife and Peril. What's going to happen is when you attack them, they get a debuff that makes them a little bit more powerful and helps them grow in size. You'll see DBM shouting. You're going to want to coordinate with your group here because you're going to switch between the two. If, I believe it's 8 or 10 stacks end up on one guy, he becomes gigantic, immune, and does a lot of damage. Not horrible for the normal version, but it just makes the encounter a little bit longer. So you're going to want to watch the stacks that are building up on them, and when they get to round 6 to 8, you switch, you check the other mob, and wait for those stacks to fall off, and then you can attack them. Not a hard fight at all. Just paying attention is required to those debuffs, or it's just going to prolong it, and you'll be annoyed. So moving on, this is Liu Flameheart. Once we get into this big room here, after every boss, you get like a speed buff too. It's nice. Little speed buff to get to the next area a little bit quicker. But this room right here, we're just gonna clear this out. little mob packs here and there, depending on the power that the healer has. Tank can probably grab all 3 of them. They're not bad. See, he just grabbed 2 right there. We had some decent hunters with us to help multi-shot everything down. That purple on the ground, don't stand in it. Now this guy, he will not do anything spectacular. You just saw those flame waves. For the most part, they always go in the same direction. There's some water. They are extremely easy to avoid. The tank doesn't even have to worry about them because they're in the middle. Switching to a version of the Jade Dragon there. Really not a hard boss. Just tank and spank and watch out for like that fire and the waves that the previous portion does and creates. So now we're gonna run into this little temple here, clear out these guys, and you're gonna have to pay attention here because there's a door that shuts behind you as soon as you start attacking or pull the Shah of Doubt. So just clear these guys out right here. Stay out of the purple, which happens everywhere. And then make sure everybody gets in here because, like I said, this door shuts behind you. And start attacking the Shah of Doubt. Now this guy is interesting. He's not hard, but what he'll do is, at a certain point, you'll see it right there, he just created basically shadow forms of each person in the group, and you just have to kill them. They do use your ability, so they can be rather difficult to deal with, especially for healers. So the tank is going to want to pick up the healer version just to help with that, because they can do some damage. I believe Bloodlust popped there. He doesn't really do anything else special. I mean, that's his main thing, is that those creations, those those shadow forms, which you're just going to want to DPS down real quick. Tank, like I said, pick up the healer's version and get back to the main boss once they're all dead. And it's very simple, very normal dungeon. Thanks for tuning in. I hope this was helpful. I'm Dave from By the Way. Stay tuned for some more versions and the heroic version coming soon. Like always, good luck and have fun.